Coach, we know at least for tonight you'll be playing without P. Do you guys lean back on that stretch last season where you had to do that, and how much can that experience help this group through a period like that?
I think it helps a ton to be able to lean on that. Our guys know what it's like to play without him, but just understanding it's always going to be by committee. Guys stepping up and embracing the role of what they need to do, not asking for more, just be able to be a star in your role, while he's out.
How has he responded since he's returned home and just maybe been around the guys a little bit more now that he's learned that maybe this isn't as serious as it was last year?
Oh, I mean, he's been great. I mean, it was a day ago, and so he's been around the guys. He was in the locker room, celebrated his birthday, and all those things. But he's been great.
How does that change the calculus in terms of you went through Jonathan the other night, you have Tristan, just how much confidence do you have in those guys to be able to step up?
And that's what we said, to Dan's point, it's by committee. Whoever gets thrown in that situation will be able to step in, step up, and play right for what's important tonight for us with this group.
You can lean on what you guys did last year, but how does having Des and his playmaking and kind of that extra shooter and extra scorer help, especially knowing that he kind of went through the same thing last year with Ja was out?
No, that's a great point. And I think us being able to see it and recognize it, but also know how to use him in this situation. And I think these guys are all knowing what they need to do. Again, not trying to do more than necessary, but just being able to be a star in your role when you're asked to step into that position.
Can a situation, like Des has played well over the last week, but can a situation like this, forcing the ball into his hands a little bit more, expanding his role just a little bit, can that help him kind of find his groove and continue to grow this team?
Yeah, I mean, anytime a guy has the ball in their hands more a little bit, and there's more responsibility on the plate, and these are guys that know how to step up in these situations. And I'll keep repeating, I think it's going to be by committee. It's not going to be say we're going to throw this all on your plate, Des. We're going to throw all this on your plate, Franz. That's not the case with this team. It's by committee, guys that know to step up and be a star in their role. Whatever you're asked to do, we know that each guy is willing to step into that role and do it to their best of their ability.
Is Jalen still on a minutes restriction?
For the most part, they're just moving up.
What have you liked about the work that you've seen from him as he's increased those minutes?
I think there's just a poise about him, his ability to pace the floor, to get guys in the right position defensively. You've seen when he's able to turn it up and get into guys defensively. Again, he's the head of the snake for us, so him being able to do that without the restrictions has been better and better each game.
We saw Mose on the bench in New York. Just how has he progressed over the last week or two?
Same, still non-contact work, getting a lot of shots up, continuing strengthening those pieces, but just his energy on the bench, as you see. There was a game that I think we took a charge on him, actually at home. Desmond took that big charge, and it was like Mo was jumping up, celebrating more than anybody else, and I think just his energy is just key for us.
Everyone's talked about how eager they are to see Jalen play a little bit more. Are you, you kind of maybe have to temper yourself knowing that he is under maybe some restrictions, but are you eager to see those minutes continue?
Absolutely, yes. Yes.
Coach, you guys are 5-2 in your last 7, have cracked the top 10 in both offensive and defense. Has this group started to play more close to the brand of basketball that you expect of them?
We're moving in that direction, and I think that's the big key. I think everyone talks about you want to be playing your best basketball in, May and June, and that's what you got to get the wrinkles out of the way early. And that's what I think we've seen a little bit, but there's a flow, there's a chemistry, the guys understand what we're capable of doing, and they're communicating that. And you can see it through their play, the continuity that's developing. And, tonight will be a little different. We'll see where we are without P, but that's also part of the growth process of this team.
What do you still need to see from this team to continue growing?
The defense has got to continue to turn up. I think we've got to be smarter about how we're fouling. We got to do a better job there. We got to continue to take care of the basketball. But I really just do believe that if we can continue to turn our defense into offense and then us continue to share the ball like we have been offensively, we'll continue to grow in the right direction.
Jay, we know last season you guys had to play for a stretch without P, with him out for at least tonight. How much can you guys lean on that stretch and know what you have to do to earn wins without, your star forward?
Yeah, I don't even think we have to go back that far. I think that we've established something really good and really positive the past couple games, just in terms of our style of play, in terms of finding motions, finding multiple actions, playing with a bit more pace, not just running up and down, but playing with a bit more pace in the half court and making defenses guard different things, which I think P was doing a really good job of. So, we give him our love. We wish him well. We'll see him back real soon. But, I think we got a lot to build off these past couple games in terms of, this is how we need to play regardless of who's on the basketball floor. And, I think tonight will be no different. I think we just continue to harp on and build on those standards, and everything else will take care of itself.
We were just talking to Mose, and your minutes have increased more and more with every game. Just have you had time to reflect on how you've handled the extra work and the minutes, and just how exciting is it to get more time on the court every night?
I reflected a bit for sure. Really just excited to play basketball. I haven't asked no questions. I haven't wanted to know what I'm playing or when I'm going. Mose has had a good line of communication just in terms of the rotation that he wants to run and the stretches that he wants to put me in, but I'm not really asking no questions. I really just want to hoop, to be honest, and I've enjoyed being on the court again. Being in these spaces, playing games, starting to build up, physically, better endurance, and then just mentally being locked in for longer stretches of games. So for me, it's been fun. I'll take any time I can get on the court, and we're progressively keep getting better, in my minutes.
You kind of just touched on it a little bit, but Coach has been kind of stressing for you guys to be the aggressors more. How have you noticed that your team is continuing to trend in that way, and what would you like to see more of in that moment?
I think it's just literally asserting dominance, implementing the style of play that we want to play, us dictating how tonight is going to go, or how every night is going to go that we step on the court. That takes a lot of mental discipline. So I think for all of us, keeping each other locked in, it's hard to do when everyone's individual and trying to be on their own, get into their own space. But I think collectively when we're together, holding each other accountable, and really just creating great small talk to keep us all on the same page, I think that makes it a ton easier. So really just having the intention of coming out and setting our standards and knowing that we're going to play by these things each and every night we're hooping.
How does Desmond's presence kind of change the approach a little bit from maybe last year when you guys were without Paolo, because he's just another great playmaker, another great scorer? How does that change kind of how you approach these games and this time?
He's elite. He's an elite basketball player in our league, so I think it just subconsciously gives everybody confidence. But also, like I said, we don't have to force and try and do anything different. We're playing good basketball and we're doing the right things, and so he fits naturally into that. So does Franz and AB and Wendell, Golga, Tristan, Jet, Paulo, everybody who steps on the floor. I think that we're starting to establish that there's a standard no matter who's playing. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to get to, the shots that we want to create. I think Desmond Bane fits into that perfectly, being able to play off closeouts, play on and off the ball. Just having a player of that caliber on your team always just makes things a little easier. So, just excited to see how he'll step up, how everybody else will step up, and just continue playing good hoop as we have.
We've seen it around in different games and whatnot, but it got a bit of attention on ESPN. Why do you wear your headband around your neck to start games? And just explain that, I guess. I'm not an athlete.
Bro, it's funny. I don't even know if there's an explanation for it. It's just me. I was doing it in training camp when I started playing. Pre-practice, before you get going in the warm-ups, you just have it on your neck. Really, it originates as football drip. That's where it stems from. But I don't know, there really isn't much else to it. I wear it on my neck, and once I feel into the game, into the flow, I put it on my head and we rock. So it's funny to see all the traction it's gotten, to be honest, but I don't know. That's just me being Jay Suggs.
Do we know the latest it's ever gone from neck to head? What's the latest you've ever gotten into the full game? Instead of the whole night?
I don't know. Last game I think it was around that, right at 10-minute mark, going on to 9. So I don't know. Maybe I'll push it now, but I don't sometimes it gets too tight on my neck, so it's just time to take it
Somebody
out.
Will track it. We got it.
Yeah.
P, just take us through what happened and how you're feeling right now.
Just second quarter, felt a pull in my groin there, and felt it, went up and down a couple more times, asked to come out, and then,
Since you've returned, you've gotten the MRI, the team said, that you'll be evaluated daily, you're out tonight. Just what are your expectations for this recovery process and how long it might take?
Yeah, we'll see. Doesn't feel too crazy. Just going to take it one day at a time. I really don't know, couldn't give you an exact time, but hopefully not too long, It's not anything major. I'm able to walk and do everything, regular. Just it's just a little sore.
I mean, knowing that this is a long season, we're kind of still at the beginning of the marathon. How important is it to make sure that this injury gets right now and not have it linger deeper into the season?
Yeah, like you said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Long season, and you don't want to, like you said, come back too early, have it linger around, bother you the rest of the season. So just gonna take my time, listen to my body, but also, just attack the rehab process with a lot of urgency, because I do want to get back out there as soon as possible. But just being smart about all of it and not doing anything, premature.
Was there a relief that it was, just a strain? It wasn't anything more serious, that it's something that it may take some time, but it's not going to be long term or super long term?
Yeah, definitely. I was a little nervous, like going up to leading up to the MRI, just because you never know till you know. And so when you got the news that it was, relatively minor, that's definitely, best possible news. And so I was happy about that. And yeah, just like you said, marathon, and want to, attack it every day, and, not even getting out of game shape either. Like, still doing the regular stuff, still traveling, just doing all the things so that when I come back, it's seamless and I don't have an adjustment period.
What did you make of the way the team continued to fight, continued to play against New York the other night, get that crucial win?
Oh yeah, it was great. I mean, you could tell, I think from the start of the game that we were pretty locked in, just offensively and defensively, and then, to see them continue it through the second half, withstand the little run that they made, and keep them, at bay with, making shots and getting stops. It was a great win.
Just feel like this is maybe an opportunity for the guys to kind of keep it rolling forward, and then you come back and you can just kind of be the cherry on top.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think we were playing great basketball last, 6 games, 6-7 games, and so just as a team, we want to keep that going. We're also in a position where we do need to win games. You don't want to, drop too many. So, yeah, I think guys are feeling good right now. Hopefully we get another win tonight, keep it rolling, and then, whenever I get a chance to come back, just picking up where we left off.